Alright, howdy guys, I'm Mofolo8. The game is not up, what's up with that? Mofolo8, your favorite wolf girl enthusiast, and welcome back to this Fire Emblem, the Lonely Mirror Maddening Ironman. Please show up. Thank you, game. Okay. Very much thankful that the game has appeared. Very much thankful that you guys are here. So, this is going to be a rough one. This is going to be a very, very hard map. Chapter 18X, Hopeless Aftermath, one of the hardest maps. A Mofolo8 talk session, true. Very much so. One of the hardest maps, one of the ones that cost me two of my most important units in the last attempt. Very much difficult. No game, pranked. True. Accurate. I feel like we have taken several wrong turns. That's what we're going to be saying later. We're going to take very, very many wrong turns throughout this map. The objective is to defeat the elites, essentially the 3 boss monsters across the map. This is a monster map. It's also got Fog of War and a protect person. As far as I'm aware, there's no big reward for saving these villagers. I'm still going to try to, but we'll see what happens. Hey, what's up, Cutie Pie, with the poppers again? And here we have Mercer, a very, very important unit for our cause. An impulsive guy doubling as a merchant and a mercenary, oddly competitive. As you can see, he has great base stats, and he's a Myrmidon, a very, very strong class in this game. His really, the only downside for him is that he starts with E-rank swords, and he's going to be very difficult. The monster mash, that's what I was thinking. You read my mind. But yes, he's going to be a very important unit for our cause. Level 7 Myrmidon with these stats, pretty good growth rates, the Thunder Affinity, and great support options with some of our other units. Yo, what's up, Roche Janet Channel? Good to see you. Yeah, this is going to be a very difficult one. His personal weapon, the Merciless, 4 weight, 45 crit, and 8 might, and a ton of weapon experience, as Metaphor says here. This is a very good weapon, 60 uses, probably a target for the Hermaran staff if we get him going. He is a Myrmidon. He is typically a mercenary, but you can force him through some interesting decisions in the early game to become a Myrmidon. Very much necessary for my purposes. There's an argument to make him into a Swordmaster, but I already have Miles as a Swordmaster, so I made him a Myrmidon so that he could become an Assassin. And an Assassin in this game is going to be very valuable because they have lethality, which is actually kind of good in this game, even though it's unchanged. He's got a support that boosts crit rates. They also get access to bows and knives with a very, very strong S-rank knife, being one of the best weapons in the very late game. So he's going to be very important to us. He's also going to support 2 of our units, as it were. Mr. Benji here, if I recall. No, Caspian was the one. Wait, is it Benji? It might be Benji, because he shows up down there as a mercenary, a mercenary as they call him. See, your router is broken, your data is spotty, so you may not say the whole time, but would if you could. Well, thank you for showing up either way. Really do appreciate that. He will support with Benji, which is a crit rate boosting support. He would also support with Caspian, but Caspian's currently capped out with Benji and Tanya. We'll find another option for Mercer to support with once we have the opportunity. And we're going to try to boost that crit rate up as much as we can, because like I said, lethality has actually come in clutch for me a good few times. If you watched the last run, we had like a 0 damage dealing assassin, one-shot, an 80 plus HP Cyclops at one point, and it actually was pretty impactful, so here's hoping that we can have something of the sort pop up with a very high crit assassin with a personal weapon that has 45 crit rates. Grant and Mercer is a possible combo. I might use Grant, I very well might, since we did lose Rob. He would be a great option. And Grant should boost crit as well, if I'm not mistaken, or is he... No, it's Virgil who's dark, right? Lethality Gaming, true, honestly. Alrighty, so in terms of deployment this map, gonna be a very difficult one. Obviously Joseph for the healing, he's our sole healer right now. Caspian, Miles, Benji, Roxy, our 4 strongest combat units by a pretty big margin. Saoirse's probably gonna promote this map. I might go ahead and promote her so that we have another healer, a rune user, and what's the other thing that she does? Well, she's just a good sword unit as well. Yo, what's up, Lee? Good to see you. Chief, how goes your day? Very well so far. Good to see you guys. Lethality best skill, true, 100%. Alright, and so here's where it gets difficult. I'm bringing Wanda because favoritism. She's on the thumbnail after all. It'd be a truly clickbait scenario to not use her. History repeats itself if you bring Saoirse. That's what I'm worried about. That's why I want to promote her pretty much right away. As much as I would like to give her another level up, she is a little bit over the halfway mark on her EXP. I don't know if it's worth bringing her and then risking her life, because, yeah, she could die again. Her stats are pretty Elliewood-esque if I had to place it. Or worse, Wanda. Nah, Wanda will be fine. She's, quite good, actually. Her power's a little bit low, but that'll patch itself up with time. Your luck for Summer Erica's RNG bonked. Rip. That's a big darn. I ended up pulling a... It's weird. I got 2 Thors, and on each wheel with the Thor, I got... or no, the wheel after my first Thor, I got a Summer Erica, and then the same wheel as my second Thor, I got a Brave Erica. So I'm doing alright in that regard, but I hope your luck gets better. Death Toll, Shiloh, Ariel, Noel, Wise, Winifred, Rob, and Curtis. And one more you're forgetting. I think it would have been... Who was that died? Danica. Danica's the one, yep. That's her. This is the Guidance chapter, so you don't necessarily need to buff everyone up here. That's true, I don't necessarily need to, but it is a very difficult one. Oh, you haven't pulled some Erica, gotcha. Well, I hope that goes better for you. Okay, so this is the hard part. I do know for sure that Queenie is a very valuable unit to me. Her support with Boone is one of the most important supports that I have. But I don't think that I can afford to bring her this map, because we saw last map, she will virtually be one-rounded by dogs, and the dogs in this map, they're no slouches. They're not at all. Maybe Helga to have a flyer. I do want to bring Helga. There's an argument to leave behind both Tanya and Queenie this map, because their HP plus their defense is just not, it doesn't bode well for this map. So I think there's an argument to just not bring them. I think I'm going to bring Atticus just for the Thief Vision. I don't have a torch that I know of, but he contributes somewhat. Can't hurt to have him. Convinced you to add JVR to the Howling Squadron. Very nice. That's good to hear. JVR is a great guy. And then Riley is probably going to be the choice that I bring. Speaking of JVR and Metaphor for that matter. So we can see what he does. There are some river tiles in this map, so maybe he'll have some use for us. Doesn't he also support Mercer? Wouldn't that kind of just be amazing? To have a Berserker and an Assassin feeding into each other with defense and crit? That sounds amazing. Sounds fantastic. Let's go for it. Let's bring along the boy himself. Bring on that Iron Axe, grab a Hand Axe. We don't need the Devil Axe. Oh, actually, hold on. I lied to you. We need the Devil Axe, and I'll bring the Bolt Axe as well. We won't use the Devil Axe unless the situation is truly dire. I do have to keep in mind his defense is going to be lower than his res, and the growth rates do adhere to that. So we'll keep that in mind. The Devil Axe is a scary prospect, no doubt, but this is time for him to get some experience. Besides, you guys are lucky to have an autistic tactician. Lol, true. No denying that whatsoever. That's what we've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Ooh, true. Love to see it. And that's what's going to be difficult here in the near future, because, well, actually, wait, we could promote him into a Berserker straight out the gate, couldn't we? I don't think I'm going to, necessarily, but it's a possibility. We could see what his palettes look like, at least. He's looking good. He's looking like a dart, and then there's the Griffin Lord option as well that gives him flying swords and general utility around that. So he could pop off in either one of these. I think I would go Berserker if I had the choice, if I were to just try 2 autistic tacticians. Awesome. That's what we like to see. Berserker seems like the play to me, especially if he supports Mercer, because that's a 30% crit rate class, or 15% crit rate class with a 15% crit rate bonus if they support each other. So 30%. You'd be looking at essentially like a base level FE6 Berserker here, and that's what you like to see. Griffin Lord as well has a lot of utility, because obviously we don't have a major flyer as part of our army. We had to promote Joseph separately. We lost Wise. Faith died in the early game, so she's going to be base level. We basically just have Helga, because Curtis died as well. And while Helga's good, I think it's a little bit far behind for her to be doing anything meaningful. Let's see, let's give him another heal staff. Oh, we can use Mend finally, that's good. And Restore, presumably, so we'll go with that. We really got up to C rank, that's nice. We've been using him quite a lot here. Go ahead and keep the force steady. The Tornado will come in handy when we get access to it, no doubt about that. Okay, so the lucky coin I am going to go ahead and put on Benji. I know that he's not necessarily the best choice for it, because it's not going to matter for him significantly, but it's there. Like Berserker Riley better, which kind of surprised you. Better power cap and better con to bounce slower speed. Very nice. It sounds great to me. Also, good to see you, KJ. So we'll go ahead and grab the straight bow, and there's an argument for a longbow as well. I don't think that I have a steel bow, actually. That's something I kind of neglected to purchase. We also have the forest bow. We can't use that yet until we promote Wanda, which could take place this map. I am going to be a little bit, how would I put it, like, conservative with how I use promotion items with it as it pertains to Wanda. I'm going to wait until she's level 20, but Silver Knight's going to be wonderful. went Griffin Rider because they're epic even if Berserker's better. Right on, we need to stop the ableist, lol. True. No ableism here, not allowed. We build a community of acceptance here. That's what's important. Alrighty, Axe Reaver, the one with the more uses. And then, do I need a Javelin? I don't know if I do. Wanda's not really much of a Javelin type person, but I mean, I might as well have one, you know what I mean? We might as well roll with the Javelin, have the option, better than not having the option. As much as I would honestly prefer having the option of healing when I think about it, maybe we'll roll with that instead. Need to power up Queen Wanda this map, true. I probably should just go ahead and promote her. Don't even know which is better, he could kind of get sick once he can start using magic swords. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I did see the Resplendent Melkor, and his art's amazing. I'm not super thrilled necessarily to have a 5-star cord in my army, but his art's amazing for sure. Let's see, Templar for staves or Silver Knight for bows? I do really prefer Templar personally, but I am going to go for Silver Knight this run, just to sort of swap up my usual. I was actually going to make her Silver Knight last run, but I lost that opportunity when she unfortunately met her demise in what will be the next map. So hopefully we don't speed up the process, hopefully we delay the process indefinitely. What's up, Heartless Caesar? Good to see you. Alrighty, so we've got Atticus here with some decent equipment, essentially just the Cicada to, well, since he's the only one who can use it currently, but also because it reverses weapon triangle, and then Slim Sword just to boost his mobility, or essentially dodge ability. Summer Seth isn't too shabby. Yeah, he's looking good. I would have built him if I had more Grails, for sure. I can't really commit to another Grail unit right now, else I would definitely bring Seth. I'm also going to drop the log pickup, or into the convoy for now. We don't need it this map. We also have this Dream Catch we could give out. There is a strong argument for giving it to Riley if we want to hard commit to using him. I'm not going to lie, that could be pretty good, but I'm thinking I'm going to save it for Mercer. Bat got sunburnt yesterday, and that's pretty cool. Well, I hope it gets better, Dribble. Also good to see you, but that sounds rough, no doubt about it. Alrighty, honestly, I'm gonna put away the Bolt Axe. Should I put away the Bolt Axe? It's not bad. It's actually quite amazing. It's one of the better weapons, no doubt about it, because it hits on res. The Wolf Chief has given us hope, truly. Much hope indeed. But yes, so the Bolt Axe, very good. However, if Riley does go down, we lose that indefinitely, because I don't remember when we get to purchase them next. And I would like to have that Bolt Axe available for Virgil. That sounds amazing once he gets back. I guess, though, I'm just going to do this thing where I become extremely careful. For watching 8 likes SMH, I think that YouTube is lying to you. Because I count more than 4 people in chat right now. But thank you guys very much for the likes. I think YouTube is lying about the numbers. Gonna get back to full-time Magister. Have a great stream. Have fun watching that. Thank you for being here temporarily, Aragon. Or SAO Gamer Kirito. I keep doxing my man over here. But what you could do is you could mute the stream, leave it on in the background, boost those watch hours. I'm just saying, you know? But no, thank you very much. Alrighty, so actually wait a second. Why don't I just give the Bolt Axe over to Caspian? He's gonna make the best use of it regardless. Let's roll with that. Give him a longbow as well. Hey, true. Alrighty. We got Bokuto over here. Rally Luck by Dabbing Heart of the cards gives the cheap. True. Brenda's coming over in a few days. Can ask him about the aloe. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, aloe vera is really good for sunburns. Man's has some good ideas. Yeah, there we go. Kirito, what's shaking? True. What's going on? So Steel Axe, Bolt Axe, and Iron Axe should complement the 2 bows nicely. It is a shame he's going to be losing Tanya for this map, so he's going to lose a little bit of crit rate, a little bit of hit rate, but he's doing just fine. I mean, he's Caspian. Can't go wrong with the man. Boone, going to be promoting here in 3 maps? 4 maps? 3 maps. Right? He promotes at the end of the Leah map, if I'm not mistaken. Because they both promote at that point, don't they? Something like that. Dragon Spear, not going to come in handy this map, so I'm going to drop it off for now. It doesn't super matter what I give to Boone, because he has access to the convoy at all times. He can do whatever he pleases at any given moment, but we'll roll with what we've got. Alrighty, and then Saoirse we can replace the Steel Sword. I think I'm just going to go ahead and promote Saoirse right now. As much as I would really love to give her that level up, I need her to not die. And I need the stats. I really do like Hero as an option for her, it's really good. And the Trickster is going to lose us some constitution, but the raw utility of it is going to do us a lot of good. Unit with 17 skills losing a bit of hit rate. What a disaster. True. That's what I'm saying. It's a shame. He's the primary factor that's getting me is that he's losing essentially 2 points of defense and I think 10% crit rate, so it's rough. Also, these promotion gains are great. To make up for that 2 con loss, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We now have a very, very robust unit on our hands who can use runes and who can use staves. Mend staves out the gate. Now that is what I'm talking about. This is going to be pretty good. Top 5 classes of all time for you, very understandable. It's a really good one. They can't use lockpicks, that's what I was checking on. Alright, now this is what I'm talking about. Saoirse's looking mighty sublime. That floret is gonna break very quickly, so let's roll with, Iron Sword, I suppose. She gets so much stronger, she loses weight and muscle. Yep, exactly. Alrighty, now this. I'm feeling good about this map now. I was a little bit scared prior to this map, or prior to starting stream, but this one is gonna be fun. Oh boy, Wanda, I'm so tempted to just bring a Master Seal, give her that 13 experience, and then promote her on the second turn. Because I can get her a kill on the first turn if I weaken this Bone Walker up. That Steel Sword is especially meaty, or not meaty, I suppose. I'm just gonna... You know what? I need the stats. I very much desire the stats, and I want my Wanda to be good immediately. I don't want to wait any longer. So I'm gonna bring an Iron Bow. I'm gonna bring the Forest Bow. I think it's E rank. No, it's D rank. I don't know if we get D rank bows immediately with the Bow Knight class. Oh yeah, this map. This is a scary one. Any other units you can use the floret? Yeah, it's female only. So Leah will be able to use it when she returns, but I think that despite how good my Leah is, I'm not going to have the room for her. I think Joseph, honestly, probably getting benched if I'm keeping it 100. I need it. True. SpongeBob reference right there. I do need it. I need it very, very badly. Alrighty, I'm going to bring him a vulnerary. Doesn't hurt to have a little bit of healing. Okay. Okay, Wanda, I'm going to bring the Forest Bow, just on the chance that it lets me have that option. For those who don't know, the Forest Bow is a 2-3 range weapon, and in this game, 2-3 range bows are not usable by mounted units. It's a factor of this game that I very, very much vibe with. I think it really does serve to balance the usage of bows with other types of classes. It really does incentivize using things like snipers. In addition to the crit rate bonus that they get, it's a pretty good change. I like it a lot. Joseph would make a good backup on the bench, you're right. I'm going to probably replace him with Catherine. I do hate to lose the Miles support, but so be it. It served while it had the opportunity to, and if we ever lose a unit, he's a fantastic unit to step in for us. I mean, as you can see, he's not doing, like, terrible, but his 11 power right now, as a mage, with units in this game having, honestly, respectable resistance, he's kinda... he's doing what he can. He's not really popping off for me. Meanwhile, Miles over here, what a guy, honestly and truly. Alright, I think he's good on stuff. Yo, what's up, bro? Good to see you. I'm glad you can make it today. Alrighty, so, I think everything is in order. You are late, but we did promote Saoirse, and we're going to be promoting Wanda, so you're in for a treat, no doubt about it. This map is going to be quite a masterpiece, no doubt about it. I can't wait to see if I'm able to handle it much better than I did the previous time. We don't have any torch staff access, we don't have a torch user, but we do at least have Atticus. I will never, ever, for the rest of my life, neglect to bring some other form of seeing in the fog, given the opportunity. It's good on defense, yeah, he's pretty good. Most of our units are actually really good. Let's see, playing FE8 and your friend just died on the Halberd in the Fog of War chapter, they feed the Spider Children. Yeah. You know what? Dying to a halberd on a Fog of War map. I feel that one. You know what? Something about that rings true. The only reason I don't have an issue with that well, I have an issue with that existing because I think that is specifically set up to kill your Seth if you place him on the fort with a lance. I think that was like a very tricky little thing that occurs there. And I'm not really a fan of that one either, but the reason I'm okay with that one is because it essentially gives you a halberd prior to the Murray map, which Garcia, with his Ross and Namie supports, giving full crit rate, full hit rate, full attack, can one-shot basically any Cavalier for the remainder of the game. I'm happy to have the halberd. I'm not happy with the placement of the halberd, essentially. So, hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully my strategy makes sense for this map. My strategy being essentially non-existent. But we'll make some use. We'll see what we can do. I'm going to place Atticus straight down here. I want to see as much as I can. I'm also going to place Wanda right here so that she has the option of killing either of these two. Saoirse nearby. And hopefully this will work out just fine. Now that we've seen this much, though, I am going to place him back here. Let's see. Let's do the thief scouting tactic as we probably should have in the previous Fog of War map. Longsword, I'll keep that in mind. The effective weaponry in the fog. Ford is just in range of it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's placed exactly there. And Seth is most likely to reach that fort. Although I would say that most players probably place him there with the steel sword. But either way. Memorizing every single aspect of FE8 in case it's purgatory is FE8 by chance. If it is, look, I'm happy. You have a torch or a firefly staff? No, I do not. It unfortunately perished alongside Ariel. Yeah, Mercer is a Myrmidon. We did have the opportunity to swap him from a mercenary into a Mercer-Myrmidon. So he's going to be doing a great job for us as an assassin later on. He also comes with a torch, so as soon as we recruit him, we're going to be doing just fine. To that end, I'm probably going to place Boone as far in that direction as I can. Can't you buy one of them from the supply shop? If you can, I am completely in love with that change. I'm going to pop off and purchase one if that is the case. Unfortunately, it's just restore and heal, but both of those are good options to have here regardless. All iron weapons, that aside. Because you visited with Miles. Yep, that's the one. Strike Rune, I do very much want. If you talk to Mercer with Miles, yeah, he'll become a mercenary. Yep. Alrighty, without further ado, it has been how much time? 22 minutes. Well, thank you guys for sitting through the long, arduous explanations of the strategies, the map, and all this stuff. Go ahead and get on into it. I think this is pretty good placement for our units. I'll place these units like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so she can reach whatever I want her to reach no matter what. Saoirse does not have extended fog range as a trickster, so she doesn't really inherit thief abilities. I'm okay with that. The way that thief abilities are handled in this game is cool, because they're not really tied to class so much as they are tied to units. Atticus and, what's his name, Liang. And I think there's somebody else? No, there's not. There shouldn't be. But either way. Wait, is there? Yeah, Eliza, that's who it was. I was sure there was somebody else. Okay. Let's go ahead and get it. You lied. Told the untruth. Okay, here we go. Find and defeat 3 monster elites within 18 turns. Receive a special gift reward for keeping the villagers alive. Alright, let's do our best. What does Atticus promote into? Rogue and Assassin? Whisper and Assassin, which is essentially Rogue. It has an extra point of movement compared to the other similar, like, Rogue-type enemies. Okay, let's see what Wanda's doing here. I hope she's actually doing very well. Okay, so it's not going to be very hard to bonk this guy down somewhat on his health. This is a guided map, so... Wait, is that... Am I misremembering? Isn't there... What game is it that has weaker guided maps? Is it Three Houses? Is it Fates? There's one game in the series that has guided maps that are not as strenuous as other maps. I can't remember what game that is, though. Either way, let's see here. I need to weaken without killing, so my units need to stop being so overwhelmingly massive and huge. Hopefully Caspian can first not crit that guy. Shadow Dragon, that's the one. That's the one. Shadow Wagon. That's gonna have to be a hack name. Elder Marge, these fell creatures lurking in these woods. You must retreat inside. And Elder Marge does not care. Don't tell me what to do. Oh boy. You bought a walking cane from me yesterday. And a beautiful carpet. No offenses, Elder Marge, but you'll be defending nothing. She's actually not bad. Leave this to a professional mercenary. I love his dialogue. Oh, she doesn't have a torch staff, just sleep in the physics. So she's going to be doing some work for us. I do recall that she has a tendency to not necessarily heal the people most in need of it, but we'll see what happens. We'll hopefully not suffer too much at her hands. Let's see here. Very difficult, understandably. I wonder if we can just break that snag with Riley. Perfect damage, awesome. That'll get some of our other units moving a little bit sooner. Elder Marge does what she wants, 100%. I think there's merit to rescuing this guy right away. I don't think that I necessarily need to, but I'm going to. And if Joseph dies for it, then honestly I'm not too torn up about that. He shouldn't die to it. Like, if he does, that would be quite disappointing, but it'll be fine. Whatever. If we lose him, then it's like probably the actual least of my concerns. Okay, so this will set up a kill for Boone. It also lets us see Saoirse in action, I suppose. I am mighty tempted to just roll through this guy like that, but I don't want to take the damage if I can avoid it. Man, Benji is kind of popping off for me. It's feeling real good to use Benji. He's surprised me, that's for sure. His speed is not necessarily amazing or anything, but he's doing work. He's doing what he needs to. Benjius Maximus over here. Alright, Wanda, let's go. I hope this is enough experience. I know she is level 17 now if she gets this level. Okay, so hopefully the enemy phase is kind in this way. I know that there's a little scary dude bro over here who's definitely looming. I sure hope that nothing bad occurs. I also have to keep an eye on the back, because there's going to be an amount of enemies that spawn from the back that I need to be aware of. We'll keep Atticus kind of floating around in this direction. Something something, Caspian and Benji, true. Okay, spider. Using up a little bit of the merciless that is. But hopefully he doesn't perish or anything. I don't think he's capable of perishing. Just a little keyboard shortcut on your Game Boy Advance. Just hold Alt F4. Yeah, that's my favorite command. True. If you input a cheat code, you can recruit Judge Marge. Nice. Alrighty. Is he capable of dying on the first turn if he gets hit by both and then dies to the poison? That'd be kinda rough. Well, that's a little bit unlucky. I hope Marge decides to heal him. Alright, I guess it's more pertinent that the spider go to sleep. Alright, Mercer. Alright, buddy. Let's not do anything too rash here. Let's just kind of chill and, you know, take it a little bit easy. Maybe, just vibe to some nice tunes, or, you know, not die, whatever that case may be. Alright, Riley, I didn't expect that to hit, but Grandma said it's bedtime, I suppose. Good old sleepy spider over here. Okay, so what's your constitution? Can I rescue you with... I can, okay, that would be pretty good, I would have to imagine, because I could... I can't really drop unless I use Wanda, and that would be an unfortunate way to use up her turn. I can rescue with Joseph. I would have to drop, obviously, but I guess I'm gonna have to hold off one more turn. I guess I could go ahead and talk to Marge. It's not really a big deal. I can take yeah, I already have a javelin. Let's do this. I know you. Yeah, she does know us. We got a physics staff out of it. Thanks. Preesh. Arigato. Alright, let's weaken up this spider. You cannot attack us back, so this may be a good opportunity for Wanda. I'd have to crit. Unlucky. Oh boy, it's scary out here. Caspian with a steel axe, pretty good, but I'm gonna have Caspian over here. It seems like a better option for him. He can tank a lot better than most of our units. Right there should be good. Bolt axe, Benji range, sounds good to me. That could be an option for Wanda as well. Yo, what's up, Meme Dream Machine? Ahoy from the local fish restaurant, nice. Spin to win? Ah, unlucky. Lost to Vanessa to an archer in the same chapter, yeah. That map is one of the reasons why I very much am adamant about FE8 not being necessarily as easy as everybody says that it is. I know it's one of the easier Fire Emblems for sure. Let's see, why is the death counter 8? Don't want to know the answer. Well, unfortunately we did have 8 deaths occur up to this point. It's also funny because I am full of 8's favorite Wolf Girl enthusiast. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move Miles right to here. Equip him with the Slim Sword for the extra dodge. Supports. Interesting. Take and drop. Go to right here and heal up Mercer. And then I'll have Wanda kill the Bone Walker, level up off of it. I follow 8 deaths, true. Real. Okay, Wanda. This is for all the marbles, I would suppose. I don't think Mercer is a death condition, so hopefully he doesn't just run off on me. Powers. Ah. The Wanda experience. This is what I'm talking about. Stream is on mute since you know at a fish restaurant. Yeah, fair enough. Oh. Well, I am temporarily mute myself, not mute. Deaf. My headphones unplugged, unlucky. Alright, now I should be back to the listening and the hearing and the understanding and the whatnot. Yeah, I very much want the doggo to not be here, so... I don't necessarily trust her to do that by herself. I'm just going to use the Bolt Rune. So we get to see... Ooh, is that a crit? I think it is. That's sick. Oh, it's not a crit, that's just the default. Awesome. I follow 8 because he eats 8 fish per stream. Yeah, that's me, you know me, always eating fish on stream. The classic, the usual, the standard. Alrighty, so here's hoping that everything works out. Here's hoping that the Mercer Mordaunt doesn't find himself meeting a very unfortunate fate, as per the wishes of the people in in The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Fire Emblem Majora's Mask, as it were. Classic Volo, yeah, you know me. Always with the fish. Alrighty. I am glad that the Bone Walker has decided to perish. So, I'm a very big fan of that option, as it were. And I'm very glad that I gave Wanda that level up. It actually tempts me into getting further level ups, while her experience gains are not necessarily hindered. Ooh, scary, scary. Ooh, fishy dropping by on streams, never for gore. True. Yo, Miles popping off over here. No for gore. The lore deepens, truly. In a very genuine way. Ooh. Silver Axe. Nice. Love to see it. Yo, Brian White, what's up? Finally catching live. Switched shifts recently, so you've been missing the streams. Gotcha. Yeah, that's understandable. Work has been, quite the pain. I regret that I'm not able to stream as much as usual. But good to see you nonetheless. Speaking of action, I should probably go ahead and mention, I'm on mandatory overtime all of next week, so if there are less or no streams, I apologize in advance, but it's a necessary sacrifice, I would suppose. I was actually somewhat hesitant to stream today because I am honestly quite wiped out from this week. It was a very, very long one, a very arduous one, despite it being a short one relative to all of the other ones, since the 4th of July is a day off for us. Oh boy, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be fun indeed, but thank you guys for showing up regardless. I very much hope to stream some next week, but I can't make any promises whatsoever. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and promote Wanda at this point. There's no point in waiting. We're gonna go ahead and get Mercer as well. Been working 12, so oh man, I feel for you. Plenty of money coming in, worth it. Yeah, no, I feel that for sure. I'm gonna be working 10s all this week, so it's gonna be a nice bonus, essentially. But now we have Mercer. Very nice. I like the little sound effect playing into that. But yeah. It's definitely nice to receive the pay, but boy is it rough. Boy is it rough. No doubt about it. I am thankful for one aspect of my work, and it's that we always get off the same time every single day, no matter what. It's just a matter of going in earlier in the morning. That really somewhat bogs down the experience. So Mercer, now that we can start gaining experience with this guy, we're gonna be doing some good work. As I spoke on earlier, really good bases. He's a very strong unit, does a lot of stuff. Let's see. Meanwhile, my job was worried about supply chain issues, so he spent a few months overproducing to prepare. Darn, that's rough. We were ahead on production for a very long time, and then suddenly they were just like, yeah, we're not anymore. And so now we're behind, and now we have to work. We have to produce about 4,000 parts per week, and that's not feasible in one ordinary week, so it'll be how it do, I suppose. It'll create a very fun time, no doubt about it. Anyway, now we can see the entire world. There is no more fog of war, there is only unfog of unwar. Always trying to say, always stuck, staying over to finish working. Ah, I see. Don't like leaving things unfinished, that's understandable. Completely fair. Alrighty, now that we can see the whole world, let's see what we can do about this guy. We have the halberd, but it's not with us. Unlucky, I suppose. Mercer in range of an Axe Reaper guy. Quite handy for my purposes. Silver Sword, though, that's a bit of a scary enemy. I don't want to attack with Joseph if I can avoid it, but that would be my option. I can put Miles down here, and it would just not boost the damage up enough, actually. Everyone caught in your warehouse is super caught up, but in the next few months you're gonna take a hit. Oh, gotcha. Sounds rough indeed. Work at a hospital, and if days you don't stop doing stuff and get exhausted, other days you do nothing and check supplies. Yeah, that sounds rough. Congrats on that, though. That's a pretty nice job, a hospital job. Let's see. Have the supply, but many months ahead of schedule. Only working half weeks, oh. So they worked you harder previously, now you receive less pay. Low power on Joseph, rearing its ugly head, no doubt about that. Yeah, it's rough out here for him. If I heal up, so I can finesse this enemy a little bit. He's going to attack the unit with lower defense, and I think that's Joseph? No, it's actually not even close. Well, what I can do is I can place Joseph right here. I can heal Mercer, and then I can place Wanda down right here and promote her. Just give her... I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to put the Axe Reaver away for now, grab an Iron Lance, equip the Iron Lance, promote her, and then Canso down in front of my dude, my bro. Like I said, I'm going to place her as the Silver Knight this run. I really need another bow user, and she is going to fulfill that role just fine. Let's see, the first week that you've worked Friday in over a month and a half, and you're still not getting your overtime. Ooh, nice promotion gains. A lot of power there. Worked 8.25 hour shifts because Monday was a holiday. Makes sense. Alrighty, now Wanda is looking like a very robust unit. Look at those defenses combined with that 17 speed. She's not worried about much of anything. The only thing that she really needs at this point is maybe a couple of secret books, and I would say if I can get my hands on another energy ring, she's the prime candidate. Maybe her or Saoirse, honestly. And I guess we can place Saoirse herself down here in range of Wanda. Iron Sword, because this guy is going to attack with an Axe Reaver anyway. This guy probably attacks Joseph at this point, because Wanda is both using a lance and more robust. And that gives me a good opportunity to do a lot of things, honestly. What, Caspian attack like this, maybe finish this guy off with you. I could trade over the Bolt Axe if I really needed to. The res is a very significant difference for my boy here. I could just use the Bolt Axe, or I could double him with the Steel Axe. Finish off with Homeboy over here. Yeah, that would work. That would give him some experience and place us in a forest. Caspian's hit for sure. He's taken a chunk of damage, but he'll do his work. He's a good guy. And then the worst case scenario is that this ends up attacking a villager or something, but I guess I could pick them up with Roxy if we actually miss the 72. So don't do that, Riley. Thank you. Preesh, arigato. Love to see it. No doubt about that. So we do have to be a little bit careful with the boss monsters. I know there's one here, there's one here, and there's one here. They're signified by the destroyed villages and whatnot. So it's a tad bit scary, no doubt about that. Axe Reaver, perfect for miles. And then I know that something just broke this off over here, so I'm going to stand on this armory, which gives a little bit of a... oh, yeah, a little bit of a void. Equip the probably Shine Tome for its low weight and +4 luck. If I'm not mistaken, though, there are Moguls on this side, so it could be a little bit scary. You do plant work, I take it. I do, yeah, somewhat. I do, I make fuel lines for Ford F-150 trucks. It's a production line. It's not too strenuous, honestly. It's just being there. Waking up in the morning is the hardest part of the job, honestly. Fiche acquired, very nice. Okay, so I need to do some shopping while I'm here. I'm gonna grab another hatchet. They're not super valuable, but might as well have an extra one. I know that they come in handy with Boone later on. As for swords, I could use an iron sword. Never hurts to have another slim sword, but I guess I'll hold off on that for now, because their power is starting to wane a little bit. Wouldn't hurt to have another iron axe while they're cheap. And maybe another iron bow while I'm at it. We're pretty good on longbows. The only ones who can use them are Caspian and Benji, so I don't really need one. Iron knife, not honestly that good, but might as well have one. If I really regret it later on, then I sell it back off and I get half my money back, whatever. It's only 420. Gotta be blazing somehow. And we'll hopefully be just fine right here. We'll see how that goes, though. Oh, cool. Make parts for Harleys. Ah, nice. Still don't have one yet. Now I feel you there. That's a dream for the future, no doubt. Would love to have myself a nice little motorcycle. 420, lol. True. Miles thought it was so funny, he couldn't hold himself back from laughing at the spider's face. So, here we go. Let's see how this one goes. Actually, Joseph's probably in more danger than I expected, now that I see the, okay, now he's fine. He'll make it. Even if he were to get hit by everything, there's no way an Axe Reaver is dealing more damage than a Silver Sword. Even on a Gargoyle. Alrighty, Joseph. Maybe you'll level power for me once in this level, and I'll feel it. I'll feel that you're worthwhile again. He's still worthwhile. There's no harm in bringing him. It's just that once I have Catherine, Virgil, and Leah back, I don't think I'm gonna want him as much. My Leah's actually doing pretty good. She is a game over condition, and as such, she holds some scare value, but she's doing just fine. I'm very much happy that she's... Ooh, he could actually die here. That's kind of funny. I'm very much happy that she exists the way that she does, so I'm probably going to start using her. She'll get her Magistra back, she'll have light magic access once she promotes. Can't go wrong. Ah, you made a sale that came up to 776? Very good. Love to see it. Almost laugh. Thoughts on Brett? Brett isn't bad, honestly. My Brett, I think, didn't get many levels, but there's some potential. I mean, in his return map, he actually it's weird because if he leveled even a little bit decently in the early game, which mine did, he doesn't do very bad at all. He does just about everything that you need him to do in that return map, and as such, holds value. Like, if he ends up popping off, getting a few, like, really cool levels, I might replace somebody with him. I've always wanted to use Brett. It's just a matter of he usually doesn't have the speed to hold up. He's like the magic Benji, as it were. Thought you said bread was bad. Was about to throw hands. No, I love bread. Bread is one of my absolute favorite foods of actual all time. It is amazing. I love bread so much. It is probably like the essential lifeblood to my my usual diet anyway. Alright, Caspian. I know that there's going to be an Entombed over on this side at some point, so I really need Caspian to not get completely farmed for experience. You start with, does anybody have C-rank staves? Because I just got that physics staff. If it really comes to it, I can throw a use of that over here, so let's get it, Caspian. Please don't get hit by a 7%. Red is a fun character, but a meta unit, yeah, I'd say. I pretty much agree there. Alrighty. Well, you know what President Ufolo is allergic to? Vladimir, I can't even say it. Vladimir gluten. I'm that allergic. You'll see your way out. No. It's fine. You gotta stay. You gotta witness the aftermath of your tragedy. Alright, Riley. I'm going to throw a physics staff over in his direction if he gets hit, but if not, then cool. It'll be quite funny. Ouch. I could have stolen that torch as well, but it would have been a great deal of effort to do so. I'm not really too caught up on it overall. And if he gets a good level out of it, then I'll pop off about it. Like, always love to see it. Skill, res, and HP. Well, that's a pretty Riley level up right there. Love to see the skill, I suppose, on an axe user. Alright, let's place Boone. Let's see. So your magic range with the physic is going to be a measly 5. And as such, I need to be within 5 tiles. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah. So, Joseph, you're kind of bad, my guy. You're kind of not good. But we'll pretend as though we're able to reach. We'll humor the idea. Humor the mere thought that Joseph is useful. Ah, actually, it's B rank. I completely neglected that. That's unlucky. Well, hopefully there's nothing that can kill Riley and lose us the Devil Axe. I know one particular KJ is going to be popping off if we lose that, but here's hoping it doesn't happen. I'm going to play Saticus over here and just take a look. Might as well. Ooh, yeah, no, I think he's met his end. I think that's going to be one unalive Riley, and JBR is going to be very displeased. I would imagine Metaphor as well. But, you know, I may have just completely not played the game correctly. Yeah, played yourself, true. Oh well, you live and learn. You hang on now. Hang on the edge till tomorrow. 774, he's really almost there. Alright, Mercer, so before we get you another kill, I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is use the Dream Catch on you. Right, it's true. Maybe he'll just dodge everything. Maybe that's the perfect outcome. Ah, Riley died, true. I'm gonna use the Dream Catch on Mercer. He has the potential to be one of our best, so even at the cost of a little bit of experience here, we should do just fine. I'm gonna place Wanda right here. Let's see. I was going to attack with a bow, but it would appear that Lance is the better option for now. She's going to cap her Lance rank for sure. She's going to be a great user. Just hit the rewind button and get a movement star. Yeah, that's the meta play, true. The metaphor. Man, I'm scared now. I am scared too. I hope that he doesn't lose. Can't wait to tell Briar. True. Alrighty. Does it up all growths by just 5%? Yep. Just like the Metis' Tome. Actually, wait. The Metis' Tome is by 10% if I'm not mistaken. Now you deployed him. I'm satisfied. Alright, cool. Preach. It's a shame. Oh man, I love that animation. It's such a nice upgrade to the standard rogue animations. The longer sword just... It has every making for a very satisfying animation. I'm so happy that we got to use Search as a trickster this time. I really wanted to last time and just didn't have the chance to due to the circumstances around her. I'm just very content. 100 hits, 105 hits, and yeah, 28 avoid. Now he's gone. Love the rogue animation so much. Yeah, it's amazing. Let's see. Swear my cat looks so mad when you lift him over your head. Yeah, I think most cats will do something of that nature. Let's see. I wonder... I can't type. That's fine. It's mobile. I can't type very well on mobile myself. It's always quite the struggle. Yeah, rip Flying Hero. Tad bit, but that'll be how it do. I don't have a rescue staff. I don't really have an option to save him, so... Unless he gets, like, the most insane luck of all time, and this 100% hit rate one attacks him, and then he dodges a, what would be a 72, then it's over. Because this guy's going to have a 77. 72 we have seen miss. I mean, we've seen a 77 miss as well, but I mean, any bit of extra help there would be appreciated, no doubt. There don't appear to be enemies down here. One day a fellow will play this game at a decent level. A man can dream, a man can dream. True, well, I'm playing at a decent level now. We have Miles and Caspian. Can't go wrong with those. They're quite decent, I would have to say. I can't see. We've seen a 99 miss on this exact map. You're darn right there. There's no meme. There's no there's no anything really. There's no meme at all. It's just scary out here. Okay, so I'm gonna let Benji kill this guy. I'll have probably Roxy just stay where she is. Stream IDK, my fine, I'm good driving. Okay, well, be safe driving. Don't do anything that would cost you any amount of mental or physical damage. So, hope you're safe in that regard. Stream can wait. Driving is a mandatory action. Mouthy Doog, Mouthy Doog. What do I want to Mouthy do about this situation? I guess Roxy can stay here. I don't necessarily distrust her to stay safe. But if a lot of things attack her, she is going to completely farm them for experience, and thusly, things could get bad very fast. I'd rather have Miles up here, that was essentially the thing. Because he's more capable of tanking like dogs and whatnot, so... Alright, let's see what happens. This is the 77. Ah, unlucky. If he had survived that one, I would have used him for the rest of the run. It's the best darn mercenary there ever was. Ah, I regret to inform you, my friend, that that may not necessarily be the case. As we now currently have a mercenary. Oh, well, it's a good thing that I moved Roxy in that direction. That's an unexpected occurrence. Yeah, that might have actually killed her. You know what? That might have actually... It's amazing how you only get unnecessary crits. I feel that one. No, yeah, that could have actually been the end of Roxy if I had been particularly unlucky. Did we ever meet Riley's sister? I don't know. I actually didn't. I wasn't aware that he had a sister, or I had forgotten if so. Yeah, that's a little bit unlucky, but... Let's see, so this would have been 30 plus 16, so that would have been 46 damage. 46 minus 13 would have been 33 damage. She would have died. Like, actually died. And that is a little bit unlucky, I suppose. Like, I can show you the damage output that would have occurred there. She, I mean, it wouldn't have hit her, but... or it probably wouldn't have hit her, but it would have been, scary nonetheless. Quite terrifying, arguably. The yellow one, Saoirse, does not look good. I'm fine with it. I think it looks okay. It's, I guess I could look at it again. I'm not perfectly aware. Let's see. Is Mercer gonna be able to kill this doggo? Let's see, 7 defense, 20 damage. Yes, exact kill. Alrighty, we've got that support. I'm actually gonna go ahead and activate. Do I want to do that, actually? It's really Saoirse's only option, so yeah. And I'll go for the virtual support as well on her. Wanda, have we ever read this one? If it isn't Saoirse, have you come to back me up? Did we read this one? I can't remember who Saoirse supported to A rank last time. On lunch, so you won't be here long behind. What's up, Jig? Yeah, he was a good mercenary. You're crazy, you know that? I'm just doing what I do best. I told you that I don't need protection. Well, I think everybody can use a little bit of that, so let's stay safe out here. You've already proven that you are a fearless and skilled warrior. But it's like you have no regard for your own life. I thought it was your job to see no harm is done to me. Ah, that job. It's not worth the trouble. Then I take it you believe I'm frontline material. Sure, whatever. That's not my point, though. No matter how skilled you are at riding, charging out of formation is insane. I know, but I must prove I am just as capable as everyone else. Yes, I think I understand why you felt the need to be so reckless. I can't imagine feeling trapped by your own birthright. Exactly, I just hated such constraint growing up. I don't think I've read this one before. Did someone die or are you misremembering? No, Riley died just now. But you do know your father cares about you, so please, battle smart for his sake and the sake of all the other people who care about you. I feel like an idiot for not considering other perspectives. You're absolutely right, Saoirse. I'm glad I have you to keep me in check. Yeah, Rip Riley. I'll admit, I've grown fond of your spirit. I wouldn't want you to expire out there. It's nice to know you care about me. just like my father, and Lord Wise too, who no longer is here. I have a friend like you who's looking out for me. Yes, you do. What is it, Saoirse? Do you see the enemy? No, I was just thinking about how much you actually like Lord Wise. Is it a crush? What? Don't be ridiculous. I promise to be your shield, Saoirse. Just completely change the subject. Fire Emblem Birthright, true. Although Wanda's on a bit of a conquest herself. You can count on me. Yeah, don't change the subject. Spill everything. Implications. How we must love them. Alright, but now we have crit rate and a little bit more. Actually, no, the damage is the same. Ooh. That's a good animation. I'm good with that one. Dang, what has bad taste? Nah, it's all good. Wise is a pretty great individual. Where's our lucky coin at? It's on you. It's on him, so let's go ahead and risk the Vantage Plus proc that it doesn't exist in this game. Go ahead and kill this guy, stand right here. Hopefully that'll work out for us. I do have some enemies that are closing in from the back. I'm just going to let Boone take care of those to the best of his ability. And otherwise we'll roll with punches. A pretty dead individual, you mean? Yeah, a little bit. Just a tad bit. A little bit unalive. Alright, well I'm gonna have to stand here and attack anyway. Go for it, Wanda. Much as I would love to use the bow, I know that there are enemies waiting in the fog that will very much not adhere to the 2 range. Let's see here. So, adios. Have fun with the drive back, I suppose. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna have my dude right here go up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. that's... I know something just spawned right here, too. So one of these guys is super unalive unless... No, there's no unless. That's just how it is. I guess I could rescue this guy with Atticus, maybe? No, he's actually just as big as Atticus. Bigger than Atticus. Unlucky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's just the range. Still can't believe we're fighting the Kaga fans. Unlucky. These Kaga fans out here, man. They killed one of our own. As you do. Let's see. I don't actually know much about the situation on this side of things, so I guess what I'll do is I'll place Atticus here. I really have a lot of fear for what may occur to Caspian if I'm not particularly careful. So here's hoping that we're just fine. There are monsters about. I guess I'll just stand around. Yeah, pretty much. Guess I'll just stand here. Be scared, and probably not be okay afterwards. You know, standard business, standard fare. Let's see, let's do like this and just kind of hope that for some reason their monster that spawned here doesn't move 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, unless it spawned here, or here, in which case they're safe for one more turn. But we'll see. Oh, I could have actually rescued this guy. Alright, well that's on me entirely. I didn't even take Benji into account. Unlucky. Gonna have him shoot down this. Probably end up getting punished for doing that, but we'll see. They killed Riley because they don't think axe users are good. True. Elitism in my rights. Alright, Boone. Not getting the kill, actually. Someone should make a hack where you play as mercenaries who run around saving people, but then immediately demand gold as payment. Yeah. That sounds pretty fun, honestly. Completely, like, only save people for the money and for no other reason. Pretty good. Alrighty, Saoirse, let's not kill every single unit and then subsequently die for it. But now that you've dodged one, a crit is very much on the table. Unlucky. Man, I'm cool with the yellow. I like the animation quite a lot. It's a very good one. Okay. Looks like they're going to be safe for yet one more turn. Unless I'm mistaken. There's one extra enemy that I wasn't aware of. Hopefully it'll work out, though. One thing to keep in mind about the Revenants in this game is they are res favored as opposed to defense favored, so people like Caspian have a great time against them. They deal a lot of damage, but they die just as quickly. And one thing to consider about that is that when the Entombed spawns, the Bolt Axe is not necessarily going to save me. I just need to get out of there when that occurs. Do trees count as deaths? No, unfortunately not. The snags are already dead, you can tell by the branches being ripped to shreds out of them and whatnot. Please dodge. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Now a crit. Miles. It's like Heartless Caesar said, the unnecessary crits are the only ones that can occur for me. Even when it comes to Mercer and his Merciless. Miles is doing a great job over here. He's tanking everything just fine. Alrighty, and a lot of enemies yet to appear. I guess I can put Boone up here. That is pretty acceptable. I know that there's something going on here, but whatever the case may be, I'm pretty okay with placing him down here and with Slim Lance, maybe even grabbing, like, I don't know. Do we have any any items that would meaningfully impact his ability to survive. I mean, if there just so happens to be a Mogul up here, then there we go, I suppose. We should be just fine. And then maybe even a kill for Atticus. As rare as those are, you kind of love to see it. He is, like, secretly getting a lot of experience. Not so secretly, but you know what I mean. Like, he's got more going for him than I think any of us expected at any point. Caspian. Your HP's not low by any means, but I'm not necessarily willing to do this. Make a hack where you're mercenaries and you take jobs off a bulletin board. Main story's triggered, off screen. Huh. That sounds pretty cool, actually. Yeah, that'd be quite the feat in terms of coding, but sounds quite fun, honestly. Can't go wrong with the premise, at least. Oh. Horse Slayer, my favorite weapon. I actually am a big fan of the Horse Slayer weapons, but unfortunately for us, it's gonna be quite rough out here. It's no longer rough. We have the Horse Slayer's Slayer in the name of... oh, that's a crit. That was a really cool animation. Very nice, love to see it. Now Mercer gets a kill, and Wanda can presumably finish off the spider. Yes, very much so. It would be nice to have more vision down here, that is for darn sure. However, it's not quite something that's available. Let's see, is this worth it? I guess it's more worth it than the other thing. Reminds you of The Witcher, nice. Alrighty, so then we have Joseph help out over here. Not kill because he's bad. Let's see, do you think that the runes are a good mechanic? I'm a big fan of them, for sure. Runes are, like, just interesting enough without being overwhelming, and they're just, like... How would I put this? They sort of adhere to the GBA formula somewhat, in a way that perhaps... I don't know how I want to put that exactly, because I think that they fit in with the system very well. They're not overwhelming. That's a very overwhelmingly horrible level up. They're not overwhelming, they're not bad, they're not overpowered, and they're mostly a hidden mechanic somewhat, like you have to find the runes, which you're not going to naturally find every one of them unless you have the rune guide. I think it's overall a positive. And here's hoping that there are no enemies that are able to surround and kill Mercer immediately. It's overwhelming, just backwards, pretty much, yeah. It's underwhelming, except for the part where there is no underwhelming aspect to it, I guess. I don't know. I think they're cool. I like them quite a bit. Joseph, I could support you with Miles, and then you would have the exact damage output to kill this guy. The issue with that is that I have an A support with Miles and Joseph instead of with Miles and Lael, which I would much prefer. Is it worth it just to kill this one exact enemy in this one exact instance? No, it is not. I'm going to risk the crits, and if it doesn't happen, then I have Benji there. So, here's hoping everything just works out. Middle whelmed. Simply whelmed. Ah, that's the one. That's the phrase that we're looking for. We're simply whelmed. My fellow's brain has become mush, smooth after working his job. That's real. That's straight facts right there. No kidding whatsoever. I feel it. Like I said earlier, I was like, I don't know, I don't even know if I am capable of streaming today. But luckily, we have a stream on our hands. Ooh, a little bit scary right there. Not necessarily. I'm specifically trying to move Miles this way. Oh, there's a forest, so that's not going to work. Well, thank goodness there's nothing scary in the fog. Let's see, I know that there's a Mogul placed right here, though, so I'm not going to go in on this. Just gonna have to take the damage and deal with it. I'm going to senselessly risk his life now by placing him out here. Uh-oh, a little bit of a scary situation going on there. I think it's all the fish going to his head. True, you guys are gonna make me want to make a tuna fish sandwich after this. That's something that I haven't had in probably a good week, and that's something that I quite desperately desire now. So here's hoping that I do not succumb to this, because I think there are tacos making, and I think I'd rather eat tacos than a tuna fish sandwich, but temptation is coming on. We'll have to abide by the coffee for now. Probably a bad idea to be drinking coffee at 6 p.m. But you know. Ooh. Good thing that wasn't a halberd, or else Wanda would have been gone. Use all 8 tunas of this stream for it. Yeah, true. Fog of War urge to put your units in max move range and see what happens. Yep, that's coffee. Yeah, it's a mixture of a double shot caffeine and a mocha with some milk in it, because I prefer milk in my coffee as opposed to creamer. It's always just been that way. Stone. Well, here's hoping that doesn't occur. Nice. I'm glad that ducking can avoid the stone spell that's underneath his feet. That's one thing I always loved about FE8 using Innis. Innis was one of my favorites. Oh. Okay, he didn't crit. Good. Anyway, gonna go. I'm gonna go now have fun at the stream. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Always fun to read your messages. Alrighty, I'm glad that that just kind of worked out. That was, scary, no doubt about it. Yep, I was sure hoping that you would, you know, kind of do the thing where you heal my unit there, Marge, but now that you have no other options, it's, gonna be fine, I suppose. Alright, Fetid Claw, just gonna go ahead and kill this unit then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they only have 4 moves, so I'm not gonna end up stepping in his range whatsoever. I could Javelin. I'll still Javelin. Slim Lance is a little bit more valuable, and if I honestly miss with the Javelin twice, then whatever. Okay, here we go. Now the map is really beginning to pick up. We have 11 turns, a lot of enemies on the horizon. A lot of things to take care of still. Okay, so I think that Saoirse can heal Wanda just fine. I know that there's a spider boss right here, and I think that this counts as 2 tiles since it's a ruins tile, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, and then there's a dog right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that would just be out of range. He's not able to kill by himself anyway, so I guess what I could do is stand back, shoot some. Actually, Saoirse is pretty by far my best bet to take care of this guy because of the magic damage. I mean, I guess I don't have to heal Wanda, necessarily. I could just stand on the forest tile with the Saoirse support in range and essentially just be fine. She's not getting full avoid from it, but it's enough that with her good speed, I mean, she's at 54 avoid right now. With a bow, she wouldn't be facing too much danger necessarily. And Saoirse's gonna be pretty okay. Like, her defense is good. Her avoid's really high. I mean, she better be fine. If she gets hit by this, then I just rescue her anyway. And in the meanwhile, I'll hope for a crit so that I can do other things with Wanda. Do not forget that the Spider Boss and the Eyeball Boss have stealable Master Seals. Nice. Thank you for reminding me of this. I'll drop the Vulnerary for now. Well, unfortunately, I do not have a Thief in range to steal these things, and I am just a tad bit unwilling to go to that length, I would suppose. As nice as it would be to have one of those, it would take a great deal of effort to box this guy in. Yeah, it's a gem. It would be really nice to have that, especially with, you know, upcoming secret shops being highly valuable. But unfortunately, it's not going to be an option for me, because I do need to get through this guy. Well, it would appear as though I have no issues getting through this guy. The primary issue is boxing him in, I would suppose. Which I'm not able to do because of this tile generally existing, and Marge is in range, so yeah, I absolutely can't risk it, unfortunately. Let's do a little bit of meme gameplay then. Am I able to kill this unit at all? It seems to be the primary enemy that's a danger to me. Let's go right here, attack you. If she gets hit, then Joseph heals her. I can leave one Moga alive just fine. Ouch. Unlucky. Getting hit by everything. The Apholo special. Benji can kill you. Benji can probably one-shot with the Killer Bow. Not quite. Right, Caspian's so far away. That's the issue with him. I guess I could have Miles kill this one. Slim Sword, probably, yeah. That's probably the better play, especially since Joseph is currently in range. Rest in peace, one of the elites. We're going to take out 2 more of those. Be just fine. Pretty good level up. Defense, love to see it. Do a little bit of healing with our final heal staff. And then one-shot this guy, probably with a great bow. Not quite. Actually, it would be really bad if that missed. Luckily, it's only the stone spell, so nothing necessarily bad can occur, but bad can still occur, no doubt. In fact, I would hazard a guess at saying it's likely that it occurs. I'm going to try to crit so that we don't get hit by the stone spell. It would be highly unfortunate to be hit with the stone spell and then subsequently have to suffer the mandatory curse of people saying that Benji is stoned. Luckily, he's going to avoid that for us. Yet again, the unnecessary crit. Man, Heartless Caesar really knows what's up. That's it's something, no doubt about that. And then if she crits, then cool. I guess I can then not give experience to the person that I want the experience on. Luckily, we'll be able to get that just fine. I sure hope that there's not a big, scary dog in range to eat Mercer, now that he's consumed the Dream Catch for us. I guess I'll simply... Well, I was gonna say simply risk his life, but I'll do the brain power play and actually use the Vulnerary. Despite Marge presumably being in range to heal me. Maybe she'll heal Boone or something, that'd be preferable, especially now. Scary. A lot of monsters, which are going to be mashed. Please have an Axe Reaver. Uh-oh. Hopefully there's nothing else in range of him. Because that would be what causes his demise, if so. Yep, well, let's go ahead and add that one. Yep, there goes the Dream Catch. The mercenary life isn't exactly what I thought it'd be. Well, there goes that strategy. That triangle strategy. Yeah, I could have expected as much. I didn't look out into the fog of war as I probably should have. And a silver bow. Oh boy. Silver bow. Hitting Saoirse. Alrighty. Well, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. There's nothing safe. There's nothing, He was the best darn mercenary there ever was. Maybe. Well, it seems fog of war is not my forte. I guess I'm just going to have to escape. I'm gonna have to place Wanda right here. Presuming that she survives this. She does, very, very much so. Nice crit. Love to see it. Love to see it, truly. Actually. It could still be scary out here. It could be still scary. Maybe it's better to just go ahead and kill this unit? I can't. Okay. Well, if that's gonna be the case, I need to get Saoirse out of here. I guess I'll trade this back to you. Rip, and then place you right here. And Saoirse then up here. I want her to go here specifically, so you right here would be good. You'll bait the eye. You'll take this, I suppose, and heal up. Iron Sword just in case it wants to attack Saoirse instead. I don't really have a preference, I suppose. Whatever doesn't attack Wanda is a plus. I guess I'm going to have to use an elixir with Boone while maintaining the Slim Lance. As I trust Marge exactly none, it seems she is perfectly and utterly useless at her job. Axe Reaver. Surely Joseph. Surely Joseph can kill something. Nah, unlucky. He is perfectly and utterly incapable of doing so. Maybe Benji. Benji is perfectly capable. What a champ Benji has been. What a good decision it's been to use him. Genuinely. Alright, Miles, I'm going to risk your entire life now. Please don't be too upset about that. Thanks. Arigato. Joseph in his range. Roxy right here, she'll be fine. I'll even equip the Nosferatu for good measure. Alrighty, let's see what happens. If Wanda dies this turn, I'm ending stream. I'm just saying. Fog of War has cost me so much. There remains an entombed out in the mist. Very nice dodge there, Boone. Here's hoping another Fetid Claw isn't behind this guy, because that would have cost Boone his life had he ended up critting there. Alright, good. Attacks Atticus. Lucky dodge there. I'm starting to get some 50 plus, some dodges that are over 50%. Kind of a rarity out here. Okay, cool. Maybe crit, please? Unlucky. Only unnecessary ones. Gotta remember. Gotta keep that in mind. Okay, a lot of stuff incoming. I guess I'll go here and use Torch. It's a little bit scary, but it tells me a lot of things about this map. Oxen Lance, Poison Claw, another Silver Bow. If I place him here in the forest, he's probably fine. Because he's going to be getting plus 20 Avoid. And whatever attacks him at that point, like, he's already got 88 Avoid. Well, he's got less because he's not going to be in Joseph range. Wonder what the Steel Sword would be like compared to that. It's only -2. Alright, Miles, do a good job. Do an extremely good job with Joseph in your range as well, because there's no downside to doing that. He is now at 86 avoid, which is a pretty good threshold to be at when you're facing down all of the monsters in the actual entire world. I wonder if I can kill the dog with the longbow. I'm gonna go for it. I hope that works. I really hope that works. Come on, Caspian. Nice. Good, good, good. That sets us up very nicely for the upcoming turns. Well, in this case, I might as well just shoot that guy and kill this guy like that, so... Okay, Wanda, Saoirse, Caspian, I can rely on you. That's one thing that's a certainty. Poison and Horse Slayer. Let's see, Poison will do, what, 3 damage? 3 damage, and she's got good avoid, so hopefully it doesn't even hit to begin with. Let's go, Saoirse. I'm gonna have to get Joseph over here, heal up Saoirse somehow. She is taking a bit of damage, no doubt. Nice dodge. Alrighty. My promoted units, I can rely on them. The unpromoted ones, however, I have to be a little bit wary. It would appear that, I may not trust anybody who's unpromoted just yet. It really is a shame to have lost Mercer like that, because now I'm going to have to, figure out, like, a different unit to really invest into, who I haven't already sort of invested into. Like, I'm not trying to necessarily take a meme pick, but you know what? Maybe we use Liang after all. Maybe we just hard commit to using Liang, because Riley and Mercer were going to be the 2 units that I was really going to hard commit into, had I the opportunity, but unfortunately, they have met their demise in this map. Let's see, the restaurant is full, so you can watch while. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. I guess I could place Roxy up here in this forest. Kinda gives me options and whatnot. She's also in range of Atticus, funnily enough, so get that support going. I need to go back up to that shop as well. Wait a minute, yeah, there's something different. Something has changed. You know, just a little bit of, Mercer getting hit by a gargoyle and an eyeball from the Fog of War. SMH. Can you believe it? The 7 range enemies in the Fog of War would just so happen to walk up and take the soul of the unit that I had decided to invest into. Aw, man. Unlucky. Make the Sword Pegasus. Well, you see, he may not be here either. Something may have occurred to, you know, take him out of the equation last map, unfortunately. Never even knew him. Yeah, tad bit not. That's fine. It's the nature of the game. Can't get too caught up on it. We still have a lot of potential in our other units. The great thing about this game is that you really don't ever have a point at which you're seriously, honestly down bad in terms of your units. You always have something that will inevitably pop off for you. Such as Miles. Miles has proven himself as a staple to my team in any run where I would essentially wish to optimize my playthrough. Because Miles seems to just be amazing. I haven't been let down by him once since he's been used in this run. I have just been let down by Miles. Let's observe that in slow motion. Let's just admire the fact that he got hit by a 16%. As I was talking about him not letting me down, Miles, you could have done better. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and that is unlucky. There's an enemy up there that's quite the risk. I'm just gonna burn the torch here. I need something to occur. Steel Blade, Battle Axe. Luckily, Saoirse can probably kill him, presuming the Wanda support is in range. And then Boone can presumably deal some meaningful damage to you. I could get the short spear out and kill that guy, so that's what I'll do. It does leave those villagers moderately exposed, but even so, poetry, honestly, yeah. I have to remember that there's definitely going to be a scary enemy or two in this range. Okay, if it really comes to it, then I can do that. I can't really leave Wanda down here anyway without killing the Horse Slayer, so I'll put her right here in this forest. Can I trade a vulnerary off of anyone? I will do so. It's my preferred outcome to have Wanda with some health. And then have Saoirse perfectly kill. Thanks to the Wanda supports. Maybe even get an unnecessary crit now that it will be the second hit. Okay, she didn't actually. Very necessary 2 hits. That's all. And maybe, just maybe, Marge will make herself even a little bit useful and not decide that, hey, my healing AI only kicks in whenever enemies or whenever healables are within a 50% HP threshold. as you kind of tend to when you're a green unit who has healing access. The spider's tanky. No kidding. Sheesh. I guess we can first attempt a Benji hit, unless... I would say that's probably better for me. If he crits, then I'm very pleased, but if not, then it's good damage. Silver Bow is a tad bit scary, after all. Okay, well, Roxy can presumably kill this guy very reliably. Use that shine for the better accuracy. How close is she? Yeah, she's getting up there. You can't S-rank 2 weapons in this game, as per usual, in GBA FE, so... or in any GBA FE that's not FE6 specifically. So, she won't be accessing the Light Tome, but she... do we get a Dark Tome S-rank? Amazing, amazing level up. Oh my goodness. That is wonderful. Sheesh, look at her. She's insane. She's gonna cap that power in like 2 levels. Elitist, honestly. Speaking of elites, let's go ahead and see about killing that unit. If I were to place you right here, then I can get away with this. Perfectly safe in doing so, because I can then place Miles right here and use up the... well, I guess use the elixir. Not that I necessarily wish to, but I'm not going to simply leave Miles here in range of a lot of danger. Then I guess I have to kill a doggo with Caspian. Because otherwise he will be surrounded by 2 enemies, pretty much no matter what I do. Unless Longbow were to kill. I guess I could Longbow the dog, or just Ironbow the dog. Because it's the scarier enemy to me, all things considered. As much as I would... I mean, I could just kill the spider. I'm gonna kill the dog. I'm gonna kill it. It's the best option. Give that lady a Nosferatu. Jeez, I could. But she's fine. She has a Nosferatu. It's just, you know, in her inventory. Below other items. Caspian! Caspian. Feeling like a modern-day Sylvan out here. Doing just about everything that Sylvan did. Arguably better. Alrighty, Atticus. Atticus as an assassin. Is he the unit that we need to invest into now? Aw, rip. Unlucky, man, I was so close. Well, I was not close after all. Atticus might be the decision. He might be the play entirely. We could do Atticus. He could be our pick. That sounds pretty cool. He's made it this far, and he hasn't let me down yet. Alright. Alright, let's roll with Atticus. Let's get him going. Assassin Atticus. I would like to go Whisper, but I think Assassin is what I'm going to need more. Okay, alright. Alright, we've got this. We can roll with that. Let's see, is Benji droppable by anybody? I think we all have the same con, yeah. I guess I can drop him with good old Caspian here. I need it, true. We'll roll with it. That sounds pretty fun. Let's see, Iron Lance, cool. Assassinticus. Also did Mercer die. Yes, he did, unfortunately. Very, very unluckily. There was nothing whatsoever we could have done to have solved that problem. There's nothing at all. There's no safer play. It was a mandatory action. Unlucky. Oh well, poor guy. At least we have Atticus. The Chad Atticus. The Chadicus. Anyway, this enemy has some retribution that he is going to need to face. Actually, I think that we're going to leave and not interact with him, because that is a scary. That's a big spooky. Arguably what one would consider to be sus. You don't want to be sus in Fire Emblem. There's no bigger curse. Axe Reaper. Kind of convenient for my purposes here. I remember in a follow quote, if I let a unit die, it's probably because I'm bored. Well, not in this game. In Sacred Stones, I would say that's true. Actually, no. I think I said that in the FE7 run, didn't I? Because default FE7 is, in my opinion, the easiest default the easiest default GBA game. I think I could Ironman FE7 first try, whereas with FE8 maybe not, which is only down to me being very hasty in FE8 if I'm being true, or if I'm being perfectly straightforward with that, but I still think that FE7 is the easier run. Just not the one where you give the units like 20% extra growth rates and 20% extra crit rate, essentially, you know what I mean? That one would be a tad bit different. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then attack to here. So if I place Boone in range of him, then he will die. Wonderful. Glad that I found that out. Axe Reaver, how does Wanda fare against all of these? I can at least check the damage. 21, 8 damage, and then how much for you? 4 damage. So 12 plus 21. 12 plus 21, that'd be 33. So at max, if I heal her with Saoirse, then she would be okay. Took me 3 to beat FE7. FE8. Yeah, I love FE8. Beautiful game. Okay, so in terms of tackling the situation, yeah, I did just waste 3,000 gold, you're right, actually. I also lost all of the alternate objectives from the villagers and whatnot. This spider will attack Marge, so I need to place Atticus in front of her. That gives me this amount of vision. So if I were to then place Wanda down with this weapon right here. Okay, well I guess what I can do is I can attack this guy like this with Boone, because it won't matter. And I can stand here with Saoirse. Or I guess I could attack this guy with Boone like this. Man, he's just a little bit low. It's not a PRF, it's just, it's Thief. Thief only, because it's a dagger or whatever. But it's essentially his PRF. Like, I'm not going to get another one, given the option to buy another one. I'd rather just have a Lance Reaver. I guess Syncade is pretty good with a 30% crit rate. Maybe I would get another one. Let's see. There would have been less M's, but your phone almost auto-corrected them into the word mommy. Okay, yeah, that's fair. You know what? Good change. Arguably mandatory change. Okay, so Boone. I guess what I could do is I could just shoot this guy, and then finish off with Boone. And then, yeah, I'll just do that, because I can place Boone like this. I wanna make sure that it hits, so I'm gonna use the javelin. I'm going to have to roll with that. We all need mommy GF at dribble, it's understandable. Real, honestly. Okay, so Wanda will be right here, healed up using the killer bow, or killer lance. And then maybe Atticus actually dies? No, he's not in range. Cool. So, killer lance. And do we have a regular heal staff that I could break? I think I already used that on the Joseph boy. Heal up Wanda. That was... hold on, I want to see that animation. Have I don't think I've seen that one before. Oh, okay. Little hand emotion there. This restaurant is packed. Rough. Yeah, that's rough, especially with how, the old, how do I say this without getting YouTube angry? The big disease, the big plague, the what's it called? The pandemic that's been going on. Yeah. The ninja hand up like that. Alright, steel sword. Doesn't really matter, I guess. I guess I'll place him here. Like, if they really want to attack Benji instead of Atticus, I'm okay with that. Like, the damage output's gonna be the same regardless. Yeah, that's what I expected. Alrighty. Let's see what happens here. It's gonna be scary regardless, but maybe it doesn't have to be a death sentence. 21 damage. Wanda's gonna be pretty hurt after this, but she could, in theory, deal a significant amount of damage. Cool. Animation was about as complex as story in FE1. Not even wrong. Alrighty, okay, that guy didn't attack her because he was not capable of doing so. Right, broke that, cool. Yeah, enemies. Enemies, man, what are you gonna do? Good old Fog of War, good old Fog of War. My favorite mechanic in all of Fire Emblem. Ouch. Miles actually taking a pretty significant amount of damage here. Hopefully that Mouth-a-Doog, or the Gwilgi hasn't started moving. I don't think it does until you're perfectly in its range, but if it started moving and it attacks Miles now, I'm gonna turn the game off. I'm gonna be mighty upset if it started moving unexpectedly. Luckily it has not, and March has shown herself to be at least slightly, moderately useful, which is something that I can appreciate. Okay, Atticus, you're just gonna have to stand there for another turn unless Benji can, get a little bit lucky here. Up all night to get lucky, as Benji do be. Caspian. Yeah, my face with enemies, SMH, honestly. Good old Fog of War, my favorite mechanic in all of Fire Emblem. I don't think this game does it bad, but boy oh boy, the enemies are so strong that it's like, sometimes it's a little bit of a bad feel when stuff walks up on you. And that has been a consistent feeling throughout my experience with Fog of War in this game. Not just in this run. Because last run, I mean, Saoirse died to that Entombed just popping up out of nowhere. I guess the meta is just play better so that you have resources available to take care of the situations that need to be taken care of. Imagine actually playing a game well. Seems unfeasible. What if everyone had Fog of War? It would be like Thracia Fog, I would have to imagine, wouldn't it? You wouldn't be able to see anything. Ah, Benji. Well, thank you for the contribution there, my guy. Syndicata equipped, because we know how Lance users are in this Fog of War. Yes, we'll go ahead and place her right here. This should work out just fine. Nice, got that crits. Alrighty. We should be in the business of moving beyond all of the danger here pretty shortly. I'll just leave Miles right here on this with the Lance Reaver, and hopefully we'll be okay. I'd have to delete the falchion to make room on it for the NES hardware. Probably. Sounds about right to me. Okay. So presumably Boone could kill the Entombed, but I know that the Entombed is a lot of experience, so I'm inclined to give it to Wanda, if I'm being perfectly truthful about it. And I think that we would be okay, question mark. If I place, let's see. I can't let the Bone Walkers have this space, because then they would be able to attack Marge. And I know that enemies spawned up here as well, so I have to be pretty careful. The safest thing is to move downwards with everybody. And just let Wanda tank, as she does. Because I could place Saoirse behind her, or in front of her, honestly, because Saoirse can dodge tank, essentially. She's not crazy, insanely great at dodge tanking, but she does the job. She's actually really good in this circumstance, so I might as well just do that. Iron Bow from here, heal with Saoirse, and then have Boone kind of just take the backseat a little bit. Alrighty. Well, that was not a worthwhile level up. Unlucky. So, yeah, we'll just Iron Sword here, and heal Wanda, of course. And then place Boone down here in the forest, and Slim Lance for pretty much no reason. And hopefully everything just kind of works out. Saoirse should get a lot of experience here. Whether it's Slim Sword or otherwise. Probably quite convenient that Slim Sword missed. That could have been more... That could have been extremely bad, actually, because the longbow is going to deal damage that I would consider as meaningful. Well, that's fine. Pretty good choice, actually. This guy might have only had Axe Reaver instead of that and Sword. Alrighty, this guy has chosen Demise. Let's go ahead and get through this. I am definitely ready to have this map over with. Ah. Anyhow. Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks, Miles. You, nailed that one. I want this map to be over with, actually. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and hasten my playthrough a little bit and, go ahead and get this one over with, because, yeah, a lot of avoid there, but that would have been death. Yeah, she would have died, yep. Let's see, she wouldn't have been one-shot at least, but she would have died for sure. So, let's go ahead and finish this map off. Let's make a little bit of a run, a break for it, if you would. So, we'll go. I guess I could keep Benji up here. He's a good candidate for kind of existing. Which, you know, I do like to exist. That's something that I'm quite a fan of. Oh boy. Fog of War. Next map will be a lot of fun, though. Next map, we will get Virgil, Grant, Leah. Another speed level up on Benji. Love to see it. We'll have a lot of stuff to work with in the near future, and it won't be a Fog of War for a very hot minute. I will not have to. Good existing candidate, pretty much, yeah. I have such a way with words, I know. It's quite impressive how I am able to construct sentences so fluidly and so aptly for the, you know, experiences that we have. Apholisms, yeah, pretty much. I think that's a good word for it. There are a lot of those, a lot of apholisms, if you will. Alrighty, so if I forest bow like this, then I'll be happy about it. I'll just go here, forest bow, and I'll put you here, raid you over to an Iron Lance because it doesn't super matter, and then kill this guy. simple as... And presumably there's no more 2-range Shakespearean tier commentary, TBH. Yeah, honestly. There are very few people who have a way with words in the same way that I do. One might argue that I am completely built separate. This is the last fog map, right? Yes, except for the Lionel map? Question mark? No, not the Lionel map. There's one more before that, I think. Right? If this is the last fog map, then I'm very happy. I can't remember. You should do politics, yeah. Everyone would love that. Everybody would most certainly perfectly and utterly approve of my political takes, that's for sure. Let's see here. I say that, but I want to make perfectly clear that I'm not supporting any, like, super fringe or insane, like, ideals here. I just want to make that clear, because I know a lot of the time that's something that happens. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify that, because I know that when people say, when they get shady about political stuff, it tends to not actually be as good as funny as it actually appears at first glance. I just wanted to make that perfectly clear. Governor Wolf Girl Enthusiast, yeah. I mean, I guess I would have to presume that one could essentially guess my political takes based around the streams that I've managed to do with the Om Club and whatnot. Like, I'm not exclusionary, I would hope, so here's hoping that that comes across. But whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. That's not my forte here on the YouTube. I just do the funny Fire Emblem, and that's all that matters. That's all it has to be at any point in time. So the dog over here just kind of terrifies me out of my skin, like it's absolutely the most terrifying thing of all time. Let's go ahead and get this, because they're going to be supporting for the remainder of time. Okay, that became scary. Oh. Okay. Well, guys, I made the guy unalive. Oh well, whoops, a little bit. Right. My political alignment? Fire Emblem, baby, true. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so how much are you weighed down by this? -6, so it'd be 12. What are the dogs doing? Presumably killing us, actually. Well, I guess if that's gonna be what happens, I'm going to place Miles here with the Lance Reaver. And we're going to trade Roxy. We're going to keep her on the Shine Tome with the Atticus supports, and we're not going to let her get surrounded. I can't leave her with the Nosferatu because the dog will then double her. 28 damage, it's 14 times 2 if she gets doubled, so she would have to Nosferatu hit in order to survive, and right now she doesn't have to do that, so presuming that these dogs don't... Oh. Are you going to get doubled? No. Okay, whatever. So many dogs. Doogs, yes. It's scary. 2 range moves after 1 range, so my Lance Reaver is going to break before the guy ends up attacking me, but whatever the case may be. Here's hoping we don't lose another Yeah, you know what? The Mouthy Doogs and the Dude Bros, yeah, they're pretty spooky. Arguably terrifying. I was really hoping that would crit. I would have loved to have kept the Lance Reaver for 1 more attack. But, you know. Oh boy. So Manny. Doogs. It's like Manny from, Ice Age. The Mammoth. Alrighty. Maybe she just won't kill this one. And then she can vibe. And then Miles can just do the Miles thing where he... probably actually ends up dying, question mark? Oh, it didn't move. Okay. Cool. I'm glad that that one decided not to move. Maybe you have to be in half of its attack range? I don't really know. Whatever the case is, I'm just happy that it didn't do the thing that it was probably going to do. Hey look, I can risk my unit's life unnecessarily. Let's do it. Manny moments, yeah, honestly. We need a unit whose name is Manny. Oh, actually, speaking of units, we're gonna get a very cool unit of our own pretty shortly. That's a great level up, by the way. The one on that island thingy, I forget what it's called. I would say that this is a good use of Forsetti. I don't think that I can kill this dog until something changes. Promote him. I could promote him right now. I think it would be a pretty significant loss in terms of his resources, but it would be possible. I mean, I could do that, actually. As for the situation, though, I'm going to go ahead and heal Miles. and then I'm just going to, like, do the thing where I save his life. Oh, that got scary. It's a good thing that we have a thief. I'm going to place him down right here on the forest, get our vision back, and presumably just be okay. Like, it's just gonna be the same turn again, so we'll hopefully be without consequence. I hope. I mean, I don't really know, I guess, but we'll see what happens. I'll try my best to keep Large alive. That's gonna be my goal for the remainder of the map, I would say. Find it funny calling the guy a murderer and being scared of him while your army has cleaved through hundreds, if not thousands, of other people. Yeah, I would say that's fair. I would say that's completely understandable. Okay, so Boone, I hope, would be okay here. I don't actually trust that to occur, so I'm not going to do that. She can be rescued. I was thinking about doing that. I could just take her down here and be utterly safe, but I guess that would be too big-brained for me to do. Wonder if you can visit this. Nope. Well, let's go ahead and heal Benji then. I don't trust her at all to be dropped off, so I'm not going to do that, I think. I'm just going to place Boone right here with a Slim Lance, and we're going to survive, I hope. Question mark, maybe. Atticus, you're in range of a lot of things. Here's hoping that Cicada really pulls through on its reverse weapon triangle there. Otherwise, you could be facing what is called death, and I don't think that you want that, actually. Okay, my turn at the restaurant. See ya. Have a good food. Have a good consumption. The food is done here, and I'm extremely hungry, so I want to end this turn, or end this map within the next 2 turns, hopefully. We're just gonna go ahead and speed through this, because it is not an underestimation to say that I am about as starved as a person could be. I haven't eaten today, so I'm very much eager to do so. Alrighty, let's go. Becomes a convertible. Benji. I'm gonna turn off animations, honestly. I'll turn them back on when I face the doggo, but for now, I just want to end this. Get through the map. I'm gonna keep you, actually. I don't trust anything about any situation for the remainder of time. So we're gonna take this nice and simple. Alright. Thank you, Joseph. You finally done one thing that is abuse. That's honestly all I can ask for. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and finally use this last bit of torch. Just want to see where the dog is. Maybe, just maybe, I can whittle him down. I don't really have 2 range access like that. 23 damage, that's pretty darn good. If that's going to be the case, then what I'm going to do is go over here. What do I need? What do I need? Well, I'm going to get a Nosferatu, probably. Ah. Well, imagine. I don't need that anymore, actually. There's no more Fog of War. Anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and grab another Nosferatu, even though it's expensive. I would like to have one, and then beyond that, I think I'm good. There's argument to be made for any of these tomes, but I think I'll pass. Can't hurt to have another men's staff, I suppose. And we will risk our entire army on this situation. I would hazard a guess at saying it's unnecessary to do so. Because if we miss 2 of these, then we probably lose somebody pretty much outright. But at least the friends we have made along the way, well, I mean, we won't actually have those left, but at least, yeah, very much least, because there won't be units left. Like I said, way with words. We'll just stay here and one more turn it, because otherwise we will face danger. I don't like doing that. Cool level up there. Bop bop. And Wanda. Boone, you better not die, that's all I'm saying. Kind of disappoint me in these Fog of War maps. I disappoint myself in Fog of War maps. I do. They're not my forte at all. It's a struggle out here. It's quite the experience, no doubt. But at least it's over now. At least it's over now. That's all that matters. A little bit of experience for Wanda to end it off. Just get old Sersha in range, maybe. Can't really do that. That's fine. That's fine. We can just give the experience to Joseph, because we all know that he needs it. I mean, maybe she'll crit. I don't know. That'd be kind of funny. I'm a fan of crits. And if not, then I give the experience to Miles and the map ends anyway, so that's cool. We'll just go back to animations and we'll have a good time. And then I can go have some food and then don't play Fog of War anymore. It's my favorite part of Fire Emblem. It's not playing the Fog of War maps anymore. Oh, my headphones on. Reconnected, disconnected. Most threatening monsters have been slain. Well, I'll be. If it weren't for you mercenaries, we might have survived. Oh boy, we're gonna do one more map, right? We can have a look at this map. That is for sure. Mother, how long has it been since the last non-Fog of War map? Anyway, we return to some good units. Grant's looking fine. He's looking mighty expendable. No, he'll make it, probably, question mark. I could just, like, get one kill on him and frame one promote him, and his stats would carry him for quite some time. We're also going to be using Virgil and Catherine pretty much indefinitely from this point forward. My Leah's been doing pretty okay. My Brett is kind of just here for the ride. But this is a good, like, resuming of obtaining units who are usable. Virgil supports with Wanda. He's going to be able to use the Armor Knight exclusive weapons. Grant is like a solid pick if we need somebody with bulk. Leah is kind of just good, like she's doing fine. Catherine is another healer. She's got good stats. She can promote into a bishop, use Seraphim, and take the monster threat off of our backs in the future. The honest hard part about this map is keeping the Watchmen alive, because these guys kind of just exist to make that not occur. I think you can only lose one of them in Maddening mode, so we're gonna have to be careful. And we don't have any flyers to take advantage of apart from Helga. So whether or not this map goes well is up in the air. But I think this map is pretty cool. I look forward to trying it out if nothing else. We should have a good time with it. That said, I'm tired, I'm hungry. Pretty sure you sacked the middle one. I think that this one is targeted by the Silver Axe guy by default. So you kind of just lose him right away. And then whatever happens with this one is kind of up in the air. So yeah, you can defend this one pretty reliably with Grant and Virgil, and then this one sort of like kind of lives by default almost. But either way, that'll be it for this one. He has a 40% chance. Yeah, he could survive. It's definitely possible. We have the units to make everything work as well. Like in terms of the units we're bringing, it's pretty much just these units. Like I should probably bench Atticus to bring Tanya, but I want to use Atticus now. And if I'm being real, like, Joseph is going to get benched at some point anyway, so Tanya is a little bit also benched because she's his primary support partner. With a fish taco or whatever it was. Fish taco? Yeah, for sure. It should just be regular tacos. I also have, I'm probably going to end up making a tuna fish sandwich because I want one at that point. Every time I stream, your parents decide it's time to do chores, understandable. I used to have an issue with every time that I would want to record, somebody would decide it's time to run the vacuum. So that made it so that I couldn't record for that day, because previously I only had a set period of time during the day. He was the best darn mercenary there ever was. Yeah, no, I had fun, all things considered. I hope that I didn't come off as too negative at the very end there, because the Fog of War, it doesn't feel good, actually. You know, it just kind of doesn't. But I don't think that's a fault of the game. I think that's just a fault of myself not, like, playing well in those situations. I kind of let it get to me, and then I do a lot of decisions that are not conducive to good gameplay, and that costs me, both on the short term and the long term. Let's see. The only thing that I would say is that I do think the promoted enemies and silver weapons in Fog of War feel a little bit overwhelming, but I don't actually know how you would circumnavigate that without making the enemies feel free. That map is skippable. There's an early Mercer recruit route. Yeah, I mean, you just don't have to play that map. I'm fine with that. Like, I'm not upset about it, really. It's just, you know, I guess I probably shouldn't have played it, all things considered, because I ended up losing more than I gained. I lost 3,000 gold, Mercer, the Dream Catch, and what was the other one? Riley. So, like, the meta is to just recruit Mercer early and not have to play Fog of War. Unless you're resetting, because if you're resetting, I mean, you can just play the map until you get the preferred outcome. But for for Iron Man purposes, just don't play Fog of War. You have the decision to not choose Fog of War twice, so just don't. Just don't. Like if you're playing Iron Man, just don't do Fog of War. There's no circumstance in which you should do that. You can skip both of those maps, so just don't. Like from now on, I'm not doing that. Like if I Iron Man this game again when the new portraits and the new update comes out, which I probably will if I'm being real, I'm just not choosing Fog of War ever again. Like that's just it. I played the 2 early game Fog of War maps and I'm good. I'm good at that point. You know what? We're good. We don't have to do that anymore. We're good. You know what? I don't even use Tanya. I don't have to use Mercer. I just don't play Fog of War. I don't have to. I don't have to. You know what? That's the complete meta. You just don't do it. And then you win. You're fine. You're good. Everything works. You know, the Wanda map, it's difficult, but it's definitely super doable. It's definitely, you know, the biggest issue in the Wanda map is not overextending into the wyverns, and that's it. You're good. You don't have to do the bad. And you can get Tanya anyway. Right, exactly. You can just skip on Danica and probably sacrifice, like, if you had, like, a bad Travis or a bad Winifred, or if you don't like Caspian, despite him being a lot better now. Or if you're just using Sylvan and didn't want to use Caspian. Like, you have 3 options to trade for Tanya, essentially, at that point. So, I mean... And honestly, Tanya's probably, like, the premier pick of that map anyway, because that's 5,000 gold and a very reliable, like, if you need a healer, you just promote her and she will heal. Wow, Full of crying about it. Never thought I'd see it. I told you, if I don't like it, I guess I'll just have to cry about it. And that's the solution. But that aside, I think this was, pretty resounding success of a stream, all things considered, because, at the end of the day, we haven't lost anybody majorly important. Like, we have our core here. And we're about to receive more. Like, all things considered, I haven't lost a unit that's genuinely, like, truly somebody that I require. Caspian, Miles, Roxy, and at this point, Wanda and Zersha, and I guess Benji. Like, all of my promoted units here, with the exception of Joseph. They're good. Hoped, but he could not cope. Yeah, hope, cope. A little bit of mope. Because there is no hope. No, there's a lot of hope. Like, I don't see a future where this Iron Man genuinely feels unplayable. That's the best thing about this game. No matter the circumstances, you have so many good unit options, you're going to be fine. Like, if I wasn't losing people left and right, I would have such a hard time on deployment, because I would still have a ton of units that I want to bring. Like, it's already a shame that Queenie and Tanya are on the cusp of being benched. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of crazy how not down bad I am, given the circumstances. There's really... The only thing that can genuinely go wrong at this point is that either Boone dies due to a misplay, or I continue to bring Leah and she levels poorly and then also dies. As much as I like Leah, the play is to probably just not even bring her, because, like, despite the good levels that she got, she's not looking, like, terribly impressive. For this point in the game, you know what I mean? And she's just a game over condition with 5 defense, so I just don't have to do that if I don't want to. And I already have sword users left and right. Like, I'm gonna get Virgil to use swords, whether he goes Gold Knight or Great Knight. Probably going Great Knight, just due to the fact that they can still use the armor exclusive weapons. I can use, you know, Miles. Like, you know, I'm pretty good at this point. Like, and if I use Virgil and I get him some supports going, he can support both Roxy and Wanda, right? So that's like a... Can he support Roxy? I don't recall. Let me check. And look how much younger he is. True. Let's see. Where is... Oh, where is the person I'm looking for? Roxy, there you are. Yeah, supports Virgil. So, that was 2 years ago. That is crazy. We're getting old, Caesar. We're starting to boom. But yeah, she supports Atticus and Virgil. And then Wanda can support Virgil as well. So we'll get the Virgil Saoirse support there. Saoirse can support really nobody left unless I start bringing Travis or Helga. Let's see, can we see the units so we can try about all the grayed out units? Yeah, true. Well, here's the max. Like, I have exactly all of these people left. Let's see. So yeah, here's Ariel, Rip. I guess Boone would probably end up supporting Leah, unless I bring Sylvan. And see, that's what I mean. Like, I can still bring Sylvan at this point. I can still train Queenie. We'll get Lionel. You know, Catherine, Virgil, gonna be great. Get Terran. Like, Terran's not super amazing. We're gonna get Shane. Are we gonna get Shane? Is Wise the only way you recruit him? Whatever the case is. We still have a lot of options. Like, Faith could become good. We've lost Winifred, unfortunately. Let's see, who else is there? We're gonna get Lael. Lael's insane. We could get Liang. We could train Liang up in the late game. Irna, she's still good. We're gonna get, what's her name? Eliza. If it really comes down to it, then we'll get Ozias. We'll get, like, Amanda if we go for that objective. Okay, I'll get Shane, cool. Yeah, there's the Shane option. Tanya still can be good. We have the option of getting, what's his name again? The Dark Mage guy. He's still good. I mean, yeah, we're fine. We're actually just fine. We get the Grandma. We get another Trickster. I forgot about her. We get the Meludon down there. We're good. We're fine. Like, there's no super big downside to anything in the future. We get Caden if we want him. Pepper if we really, like... I think I have to sacrifice Pepper, don't I? In order to get the dude. The Meludon. Because she would want to go to the Pirate Island or something like that. I guess I don't really know what the situation is there. I guess I could look in the recruitment guide really quickly. Yeah, it's Caden. Yep. Let's have a look at that, because I don't actually remember if that's the condition. Pepper has always been really good for me, so if I have to discard her, that's a bit of a shame, but I'll still do it, because I want to get that other guy. Let's see. Let me find out here. I just saw Ro throw a message in chat. No, you do not. You get Nox before Pepper. You kill Pepper if you want Eloise early, the Trickster. Gotcha. Well, in that case, I'll get the Trickster later and also get Pepper because she's really good. Let's see. Yeah, Nox is just talk with Boone, Lael, or Queenie. Leah's chapter 19. Sterling is level chapter 20. Lael and Caden and Liang, chapter 21. Nox and Sylvan, chapter 21X. Roxy, Faith, Pepper, Alouettes. Let's see. Chapter 21X was completed, and Pepper was killed on chapter 22. Talk with Boone. Yeah, that's if you get her early. If you get her 4 chapters later, she automatically joins. Yeah. You had to do chapter 21X, and then she didn't join in chapter 23, and then you get her in the same map as Shane and Amanda. On chapter 26, deploy only male units. Talk to Amanda with Boone or Caden on chapter 26. On chapter 27, talk to Amanda again. Right. Okay. Sounds good to me. It should be a fun future ahead of us. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one despite the possibility of things not going as well as they could have. Let's see. Chapter Lonely Mirror Maddening, Episode 8, 01-13-38. Never forget. Mad Bow Girl hate? What for? Oh, right. Pretty much, yeah. Because we lost Danica and Winifred. Awesome. Well, we have a strong future ahead of us, despite the losses that we have taken. Like I said, there's always some amount of fun to be had despite losing units. I mean, I've lost 10 people. 10 people that I was essentially using in order to have brought them along to lose to begin with the exception of Danica and Winifred. We're doing pretty fine. Like, we're gonna be fine. I can have my confidence, and I can have my, my bluster and my idiotic rage and losses and whatnot, but at the end of the day, we're fine. I'm still having fun. There's no downside. Yeah, we could still use Wyatt if we really wanted to. Like, that would just be funny. At the end of the day, Wyatt wouldn't even be that bad to use. He's just low on speed, essentially. You would have to treat him like you treat Grant. And that's really it, because he's fine. Like, he's still got the stats to make things work. He can use the armor-effective weapons, or armor-exclusive weapons, I should say. He would just have 20 defense if he had that lance. Like, he would just have, what's that one sword? The Luna sword with 10 extra might. Like, he would just be dealing 24 damage. Like, he would be skating along just fine. He would be like a worse version. He would be the exact middle point of Virgil and Grant, essentially. He's still super usable, if it really comes to it. Like, if we genuinely get so down bad that we've lost enough units to use Wyatt, as long as we have some of those weapons, he is still usable. Like, out of this roster, the only units that I would say are perfectly unusable are Parvati and Travis, because Travis just won't be dealing damage. and Parvati, I just don't have enough runes to make use of her. Like, I guess if I really wanted to, I could bring her up a couple of levels with the runes that I do have, find the ones in the maps that I would bring her to, and then promote her to be a healer. And that would essentially be it. Yeah, it would ruin the 3s, that's true. Well, I'm hungry. I'm tired. We'll see what happens next week with regard to stream. I'm not going to stream tomorrow, because I have to go to bed at like 7 p.m. my time. And that's the thing that worries me about next week streaming, is because I have to go to bed at 7 my time, and we're 4 minutes from 7 following the stream. Maps are going to take about 2 hours by default, and I'm not just going to leave a map in the center of one unless I'm absolutely destroyed on sleep or whatever. So thank you guys so much for watching. That's been a fun stream, I suppose. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like if you haven't already. Really helps out the channel. Chill, dude. We'll see about streams. I'm probably just not going to, if I'm being perfectly real about it, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's about it. So, till next time, see you guys later.